Many endgame One Piece characters have had at least one great showing or two that justifies their position at the top, from the 4 Emperors of the Sea and their crewmates, to the Admirals, to even the world's strongest swordsmen. Most, if not all of them, have provided a very few impressive feats. And then there's the right-hand man of the world's worst criminal, Sabo. What's up, guys? My name is Vertix, and today I'm going to be discussing One Piece's Sabo Problem. If you guys like videos like this, go ahead and hit that sub button. I post quality content like this weekly you won't want to miss. So what exactly do I mean by the Sabo Problem? Well, as you heard, he is one of the endgame characters, but has yet to impress us with his feats provided. Despite having one of the best narratives supporting him, he still needs to prove himself a lot more, rather than just let this overall plot of the story walk his hand through the rest of it. From his first appearance, or rather reappearance I should say, in the story, was at Dressrosa. At this point, we only knew him from the ASL flashback that took place following the events of Marineford, where he was last shown heading out to sea, yet unfortunately would come in contact with a celestial dragon while sailing that shot his boat down. Obviously, we know he was saved by Dragon, but from Luffy's perspective, he was dead and his first brother that he lost. This reassurance in Luffy's life really designated with a large majority of the fan base, rightfully so, and I think it's this connection that really makes people view Sabo so highly and sometimes ignore his shown capabilities and rate him based off his narrative more than his showings. For example, if we look at his actions in Dressrosa, we see he is already a capable fighter on his own, as he has Dragon style of fighting while possessing Rio and being quick-witted as well. He then possesses the fruit of his deceased brother, the Flame fruit. It is him getting this power that Oda really signifies he will become someone very important even in the power aspect of things at the end of the series. Within obtaining this, he easily overpowers Burgess and members of Doflamingo's crew. He later goes on to fight a Navy Admiral in Fujitora. Note a few things with this fight. Fujitora had to hold back due to the people and Navy soldiers around him, while Sabo had just obtained this Devil Fruit power and does get stronger with it due to better usage with it later on. There is no crazy interaction here, it is more so just them blocking each other's attacks. This interest to fight was never really there for this, as other matters such as the birdcage was going on. However, we do see from this point that Oda has a special place for this guy in the future, already sparring with an admiral, even if it was a brief skirmish. The next time we see this man, he is attending the Reverie, not as a guest, but rather sneaking in to attempt at freeing Kuma, a fellow revolutionary. During this, we saw how the revolutionaries had a run-in with Fujitora and Green Bull, but for the longest time we never knew what actually went down. We saw Fujitora came out with a few bandages and people were of the assumption this was Sabo's doing. However, this is not the case. During Egghead Island, we switch perspectives to see Morley and Karasu both engaging in action with Green Bull and Fujitora, while Sabo on the other hand is inside of Mary Joie Palace itself. The reason behind Fujitora's bandages wasn't because of Sabo or the other Revs for the matter, but due to Green Bull. Showing Sabo has yet to provide damage to a character of that Yonko or Admiral level tier, but this isn't it for Sabo, as he is put in one of the most frightening positions you could possibly ever be in the One Piece world. While trying to find info for Dragon and the Revolutionary Army, he hears Cobra, the leader of the Alabasta Kingdom, having a conversation. But not just any regular one with regular people, he was discussing private matters involving the Void Century 800 years ago with the Gorosei and someone else. This person is sitting in the empty throne, a seat nobody is supposed to lay upon. The person, along with the rest of the Gorosei, threaten and make an attempt on Cobra's life, where we see Sabo, being the brave person he is, rush to stop this. Sabo stumbling in onto this, seeing the Gorosei was bad enough, but he, like Cobra, has bared eyes on Imu, declaring their immediate execution. It is in this very frightening situation Sabo has found himself in that his feats seem very questioning, and some people negatively view him for it. While attempting to escape along with Cobra, Imu shoots these arrows at them where they both get hit and get sent down. It is not that he gets taken down by this hit, because the guy is the secret ruler of the world, but after this he fires another one where Sabo, seemingly done for, is saved by the old man that was just hit by the exact same arrow he was. Cobra, after getting hit with the same arrow, was able to endure its effects better than Sabo and save him. This here really downgrades Sabo's capabilities, and I can't come up with an excuse for this other than he will have better showings later on that makes this an outlier. Quickly after this, he escapes to Lulusia, where he tries exposing the secrets he has seen to Dragon, but Imu activates the Mother Flame and wipes Lulusia from existence. Yes, Sabo is alive and returns to the Revs, but his feat shown during this is really lackluster. When you look at characters on his level, like Zoro, Law, Yamato, etc., they have shown their capability to damage a Yonko or Admiral level fighter. Sabo has yet to do so, and even more so, we have seen Zoro continue to fight with all his bones broken, Law be constantly weakened throughout the raid, taking hits from Yonkos and still victorious, or Yamato running through all of Onigashima for an entire night, as well as fighting Kaido. Yet Sabo is needing to be saved by an old man on death's bed after being hit by the exact same attack. Zoro and Yamato even have ACOG as well, while Law has an awakening that acquires Duraneg. Sabo doesn't have that either, but yet because he is Luffy's brother and the man that took Ace's fruit, we know he will become very strong, yet over time we are constantly downing him. What could be done to fix this? I don't like the idea of him fighting Akainu because it just doesn't actually make sense. I get a lot of people have their fan-made theories they want to see, but Luffy of all people should be the only person to defeat Akainu later on, as he has all the more narrative reasons of doing so. He actually went through the hell of losing his crew, then going through so much more pain just to get to where his brother is, all for him to be executed the moment they had an opportunity to escape, and make all that hell Luffy just went through not worth it. Not only did Akainu make this all the more worse for Luffy by getting rid of all the progress he has just made, but he killed his brother and at the same time his spirit. Luffy quite literally was going to kill himself if not for Jinbei and Law. He even has nightmares about Ace's death to this day because of Akainu, and has a scar on his chest that will never go away to constantly remind him of that day because of Akainu. Sabo might have regained his memory because of this, but he didn't go through everything that Luffy did. So if fighting Akainu doesn't work, what else does? Well, in my opinion, I think it would be a great idea to see him fight a Gorosei member, or this member of the Holy Knights we see the silhouette of in 1121. After all, one of Dragon's primary concerns is the Holy Knights themselves, and Sabo, being his currently active strongest member, will have to run into a couple of these guys, and him specifically. While fighting in the future, I would also like him to display an awakening, future sight, good endurance, and speeds to match the other fighters of the verse, and, of course, advanced conquerors hockey. It would be neat if we see him unlock these things, and some of these, like an awakening and better stats, are something he requires if he is going to be a top tier fighter, especially in the endgame. Sure, now he can crush skulls and blow arenas up by just laying his fist into the ground, and on top of this, he has just acquired the Flame fruit. He most definitely has the potential to make it into the big leagues. What do you guys think? Should Sabo fight someone else, like maybe Green Bull or Fujitora again? Someone different? You let me know in the comments. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed. Shout out to Tiberius for the thumbnail. If you would like any of your own, his link will be in the description. Check out my Twitter at verdicts_. Link will be in the description as well. And without any further ado, you guys can get out of here.